What's going on, Facebook? Happy Saturday to you. Had a really early yoga class this morning, like 8 o'clock. Then I had to get home, had to eat. Then I had another appointment. Then I had another appointment. So here I am, 1:42, several hours later. Trying to get to y'all to get on here and do our time together today for self-care. Also want to show y'all something here. Coast Guard sweatshirt. I actually had, this is actually from boot camp, y'all. So I had another one and it completely worn out. And I couldn't find these anywhere, like the sweatpants and a sweatshirt. But I lucked out and found some on eBay. And it was literally the last shirt that I could find. So I bought it. And it's like 30 bucks. So, but thankfully I got it, so hopefully this will last me a long time. The last one I had lasted me probably 15 years because I don't wear it all the time. Probably longer than that, maybe even 20 years. I probably could have threw it out after 15 or 16, but I let it continue to go. So, but anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get started today. Gonna do a little different with the breathing today. Something my yoga instructor did today. Some of y'all may be against yoga, but I had the yoga class I go to in Anderson at least once a week. I go to that one with that instructor. She's a Christian, and it is actually I would say holy yoga is what I would call it, but she states Bible verses during the poses, talks a lot about Jesus and things like that. So something to consider, y'all. Yeah, I was taught when I was growing up in the Southern Baptist, and like, avoid anything outside of like the norms in the Bible and like specific things, like, I mean, just really anything, right? Anything else is like not, that doesn't align with the hellfire brimstone God stuff and like the fear-based stuff, and like I got away from that, y'all. I had to move away from some of that. I'm not saying there's a lot of good there. I really take a lot of the good. I got a lot of good out of it, but there was also a lot of, I think, bad in it too, right? Manipulation, fear, shame, things like that. So, and you could call it godly shame, maybe even guilt, or you can call it just shame, and like just plain shame just wasn't good. So there's different ways to look at that. But I look at it as guilt, like you did something wrong. You need to feel bad about it, right? Shame is like just you as a person, like you are a bad person. And I took a lot of that on, I think, growing up, as actually me being a bad person. So it's kind of interesting, right? How that kind of plays out. So I've been deconstructing from that the last several years. So anyway, got into another rant, but y'all go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to focus on relaxation today. And there's different ways that we can react to different things in our life, trauma, things like that. And a lot of times, especially in today's society, today's world, there's a lot of stress. There's just a lot of drama out there in the world right now. If you look around, the government, I mean, just the Middle East, I mean, there's riffraff everywhere, right? So sometimes that can put us in fight or flight states. There's only 4 states that the nervous system can really go in, and it's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And today we're going to work on taking ourselves out of that. For any of y'all that are in that, I'm not in that right now. I think I might have been a little bit this morning before I started my yoga class, and a little bit of maybe some of the fight or flight. So what I want y'all to do is just take some deep breaths, breathing in your nose and out your nose. That's going to lead to more of a parasympathetic rest, relaxation, rest and digest state. I know it's allergy season, so it may be hard for y'all to breathe in and out your nose, but yeah, just do the best you can. Mouth breathing's not good. Really, mouth breathing can keep you... I used to be a really big mouth breather. Mouth breathing actually signals your nervous system to go and stay in fight, flight the the flight or fight nervous system. So we want to avoid that unless it's like a true emergency or something crazy going on, or we're about to get attacked or something. So do a couple more of those, in the nose, out the nose. You'll notice you'll feel more relaxed if you do it enough. Alright. Don't see anybody on here right now. Looks like y'all are probably out yard selling or enjoying the Saturday outside. It's really is a beautiful day to be outside. Let's go ahead and do the serenity prayer. Full serenity prayer. Do that again today. I really like that one, so I think we're going to stick with that for a while. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking as He did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that He will make all things right if I surrender to His will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with Him forever and ever in the next. Okay, April the 12th for our reader today. Okay, so one of the greatest gifts I have received in Al-Anon has been the privilege of becoming a sponsor. I originally came into the program because of my wife's addiction or alcoholism. Most of my recovery work at that time involves learning how to live with her drinking and eventually with her sobriety. Although I had also grown up with drinking and all the difficulties that come with it, it wasn't until I started sponsoring a couple of men who were adult children of alcoholics or dysfunctional families or parents that I started to realize the insidious effects of my past addictive environment on my present life. These men didn't currently live with addicts, but their entire perception of life had been distorted by the actions and reactions of addict parents and their non-addict spouses. As I worked the steps with my sponsees, I saw more clearly the effects of the disease on my own behavior, as I showed these grown men how to do simple things like taking care of themselves by eating right, resting well, and establishing clear and appropriate boundaries. I began to acknowledge where I had been and how far I had come. I felt inspired to deepen my commitment to recovery. By working the 12 steps with these men, I have developed a deeper trust in the program's power to help me and others recover from the profound effects of addiction. It is often easier for me to see the program working in others than in myself, yet I know that when I apply the tools of Al-Anon, I feel my life has meaning and purpose. Sponsoring others has been a wonderful and valuable part of my healing process. And thought for the day: the process of sponsoring others serves as a powerful affirmation of how much I've grown. How can I even begin to explain the miracle of sponsorship in my life? And that's from the book Courage to Be Me, page 270. Wow, that was an incredible reading. A lot of times we can see change in others before we can in ourselves. It's good to notice in ourselves as well, right? But sometimes it's a little more subtle in my experience. Like a change is kind of subtle. Crudy, what's going on? How you doing? You made it just in time. About to get off here. So hopefully you can go back and replay today's video. And with that, y'all, hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna get off here and get rock and rolling here. I actually got to get shaved, shower, and get ready to go work. I'm working this afternoon and this evening tonight. So, good to see y'all. Hey, Crudy. See you're, okay. Yeah, doing pretty good this afternoon, so good deal. We'll talk soon. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. I want to let y'all know, though, it's coming up. I'm gonna be out of town coming up. So, actually, this coming week, I'll be leaving out Monday. I'll be gone the majority of the week. So, just so y'all know, I may or may not be able to do first thing in the morning because I'm gonna be in session all day long, or evaluations all day long, 3.5 days. But so if you don't catch me in the morning, I'll do my best to do these in the evening, depending on how exhausted I am. It's possible I might miss a date or two. It's supposed to be pretty intense, the process I'm going to be going through for evaluation and stuff. So yeah, I will do my best, though, to be here with y'all and continue that self-care, because self-care is really important, right? Not only for me, but for y'all as well, for everybody. We need to continue our self-care, so I'm going to do my best to make it every single day. But just wanted to say, don't hold it against me if I miss a day or two. So, y'all take care. God bless. And look forward to seeing y'all sometime tomorrow. Bye for now.